Previously on Global Visions 3, we have highlighted the numerous incidents with the dogs and their owner right here on our beach. There have been many occasions where beachgoers have been bitten, and there's been a lot of incidents. There's been a lot of back and forth between the community and the owner and the authorities, which I've highlighted in previous vlogs. Now, in September of last year, I was walking along the beach here and I was taping an introduction for one of the vlogs I was doing about the dog situation when I came across the dog owner. That resulted in an altercation between the two of us, which led to legal charges from the both of us against one another. As a result of this altercation, we had the opportunity to meet with one another, the dog owner and I. The first occasion was a disaster. There was attorneys present there. It was at the police station. I had requested that I meet with the dog owner alone at a neutral place, which happened to be the police station. And him and I got a chance to work this thing out and reach a settlement, a mutually acceptable settlement. Now, as part of that agreement, the dog owner, Matthias, requested that he have an opportunity to come on Global Visions 3 and be interviewed by me to explain his side of the story. I agreed to do that. So in this vlog, Matthias and I will talk to one another, and he will tell the community and the viewers out there where he's coming from. So without any further ado, let's get on with it. Here we are. I'm John, Global Visions 3, and I'd like to welcome and thank my guest Matthias here for coming on Global Visions 3 and agreeing to answer some questions and tell the viewers where you come from, right?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Matthias, again, thank you for being here.
Welcome.
And I'd like to begin by asking you, how can you ensure safety on our local beach with your dogs, which currently stand at how many?
In total, there are now 8.
Mm-hmm.
Actually belonging directly to me as the owner of 4 dogs.
Okay.
2 belong, the 2 smallest guys belong to my mother, and 2 dogs that we had from the beginning that we brought from Chiang Mai are at my friend's place,
okay.
And he's the owner of those.
My question is not who owns the dogs, but how can you ensure safety? Because, you know, usually when people see 8 or 9 dogs anywhere, they feel a little intimidated. How would you answer that question?
I can assure 100% safety through my presence. So the dogs really obey to me. Mm-hmm. And I'm permanently with them when I'm out at the beach. My agreement with the authorities is that when going out to take them for the walk in the morning and evening, to those times we agreed to, in the evening from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and in the morning from 6 to 8.
Now, you just mentioned that based on, you know, your commands, or listening to you, that your dogs will obey your commands. However, what do you say to the numerous videos, you know, that have been out there? I'm sure you've seen some of them. You know, your dogs, you know, biting beachgoers. There was the incident with the tourists on December 28th. What can you tell us about that?
So, of course, you know, that's the probably the only sad part, the probably most important part, that we had those incidences, a few in the past, and most recent one on 28th. I come back to that one, but so these, I would call them snappings, you know, a real dog, don't have to go into that, but it was always involved with a visit to the hospital, get vaccinated, but none of those injuries needed any stitches. So also I went to the court a couple of times, so the judge also said that these are minor incidences.
And may I ask, with regards to the Swedish tourist, did you
Yes.
compensate her for any medical expenses or anything
Of
like
course,
that?
I compensated all.
Okay.
I took them out for dinner, so they are very nice friends
Okay.
now. They invited me to Sweden. I invited them here
Oh,
for
okay.
next time. Yes, so this is a total other story. And what I've heard, there's something in petto now. So I have some evidence, of course, showing that this case should not have gone out to the public. Also, in the
Can you explain that? It shouldn't gone out to the public. What do you mean by that?
by that the Swedish people, we agreed to that this was that was an accident, of course, but they said they didn't want to make a big story out of that, and they will keep it for themselves.
I see.
And so it was out on the social media on the 29th on Facebook, and people I know, they passed this post to me, and I was very surprised. So I contacted the guy, and then he answered yes, he was confronted with the mob, and so
You mean
the people.
the tourists were confronted by who?
But he said the mob. So they
mob.
were the mob. So
Who's the mob?
The mob is those people who showed up. He said 8 people, Farangs and Thai. So I assume these are the people I used to deal with in the past when it came to this annoyance and giving a hard time and make all this thing. I don't want to go through that, but it was in our understanding also that we will not, and they said they said they would. They were asked to make a police report. They turned it down.
You said that. What was the breakdown there? Did you tell your dogs not to do something, or what
No.
happened there?
The one dog said Leo. He caused all those incidences. So I assume, and that's for sure, he's hyperreactive.
Excuse me. When you say all the incidents, you mean there's only one dog that's
Only
been
one
responsible?
dog. Only one dog responsible.
I see. And where's
Yes.
that dog now?
I brought him now. I took him out yesterday. Brought him to a friend's place at the farm in Tomokon. That's where, when my dogs got abandoned from here one time last year, I had to move them out. So I placed them there for a couple months.
So now you're down to 8 or 7?
Yes,
dogs?
now I'm down to, in total, to actually 6. 2 don't belong to me. They just browse forth and back.
I see. The ones that don't belong to you, do they stay with you, or they go from another house to yours?
They stay at the Thai friend's place.
Got it. All right. Okay, Matthias, let's go to the question about the orders. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, as I'm sure you're familiar, Matthias, there's been quite a few orders. Here's a chronology and a list of different orders going back to 2023. They have document numbers on here.
Okay.
I'm not going to go through each one of them, but what my question is, the orders issued by the local authorities, right, to leash, muzzle, restrain the dogs. Have you complied with these?
Totally. Yes.
Totally? Can you
I
define by
yes,
totally?
Totally. This one dog, I have him wear the muzzle. So when I took them out, and this is this is now the typical condition we are facing now. There are no people on the beach. So when I passed this place here and I saw no one on the spot, then I took off the muzzle and continued the walk.
I see.
And then on the way back, there were maybe a few fisher or the people we know. So many people here, the locals, they know us, and they're with the kids there, so then they don't care. So actually, some of them are very, very amused, very, very happy to see us. And so, but coming back to that case, the recent one with the Swedish. So Leo didn't wear the muzzle on the way back, and then these people came, and then was an excitement, and Leo snapped her.
Is this the dog that you've gotten rid of?
Yes.
Leo, right?
Leo.
Okay.
Leo. And yeah, that's I'm not happy with that too. Of course, I regret that happened.
Okay.
But it's yeah,
How do you? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Okay, so you're saying that the people see you here, they know you, the locals, but this is a tourist area, right? There's many visitors that come here. There's many resorts here. What would you say? What can you do to visitors to make them feel safe if they see you walking down the beach with 8 dogs?
Yes, that's they see. I understand that situation. We have those who are, let's say, they're familiar with dogs, so no problem with them. But then we have also those who have a phobia against dogs, so they don't like dogs, so they're scared of dogs. And this is, at the first sight, I admit, could be a problem. So they are, surprised, all these dogs here, but I'm very close to it. So I can, in most of the cases, I'm there, I explain, I say, no reason to be scared, and they see that. The dogs are, they're very, they're not in an aggressive mood anyway.
Okay. When you and I met last,
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, I mentioned to you about a pit bull
Yes.
breeder in America that was mauled by
Yes.
his dogs.
Yes.
As a dog owner,
Yes.
okay, which many people are not,
Yes.
do you ever fear or have any concerns for your safety around your dogs? Or for your elderly mother at home? Do you have any concerns or, with your dogs, like they might...
Regarding the dogs, you mean?
Yeah. Do you have any concern that the dogs might turn on you or turn on your mother?
Okay. Not the slightest. Not the slightest fear or any. There was never any situation that would.
So you haven't felt threatened at home or
never.
around your dogs?
No,
Okay.
no.
Because you told me that there was an issue, I think, with the alpha male.
Okay, yeah, that's back couple of years back. I think it was in 2022. He became a little impulsive, and he tried to, he became difficult. So
where's that dog now? Oh, it's still with you?
He's a very nice dog now. So that's
see.
Richie. That's the Thai Ridgeback.
All right, let's go on to the next question. I did ask you this question before when we met, and I'll ask you again just so we can get it on the record here. How do you feel living in a community where, I don't have to tell you, I think many people here dislike you?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's frustrating. It makes me sad, this situation, of course. But it's hard now to find a way back. So in the beginning, when we got here, we had some nice contacts, and it was nothing as it, as this before.
Mm-hmm.
But it developed in the past, it became more and more, and it was always the same pattern. My dogs got instrumentalized for whatever.
I'm sorry.
Instrumentalized. They used the dogs to give me a hard time. That's how I look at it.
And when you say a hard time, can you define that?
A hard time is go make police reports, go to court, and besides all that, I had to be close to a new construction of a building, and I'm taking care of our home, my mother, and of course the animals. Besides the dogs, I have 7 aviaries with parrots, and so I have some stuff, and so I have had to deal with that, and
do you have any, I'm sorry to interrupt, do you have any regrets about, you said before things started out okay, people were friendly, but do you have any regrets about how this has turned out?
It's hard to tell. I don't think it's a specific incident or a specific thing. It just got more and more, and then it came to the point where all the vessels were broken. And what surprises me too, the group, I call them now the group or the mob, became bigger and bigger. So I see people I haven't encountered before, and all of a sudden they sit with those I know in court. So it's very strange to me that people that obviously or never had anything to do with my dogs, with me or so, are just going in that same direction. And my neighbor, to whom I had a nice relation before, is now also on that side. So I can say, except some of very nice people, Thai people, I got to learn through this whole thing, are actually all not my enemies, but are all on the other side.
You mentioned earlier, that there's been a lot of press and media coverage about this situation.
Yes.
So, are you still surprised that you said more and more people that you don't see or seen before? Because the more people learn about this, the more people are going to show up. So, it's getting
John,
out there.
I'm very glad that you hit this thing with the media. To me, it's absolutely stupid and silly to put all this in the medias, because now sometimes I hear that they blame me for people not coming here anymore because they fear the dogs or they fear whatever. So just bear in mind, during that time with those incidences, there were three cases in Thailand where people got killed by pit bulls.
There was one up north I read about last month.
There were 3 cases. I saw that. So this, of course, found the way to the media because it's severe. People got killed through dog bites. But here we are talking of absolutely minor injuries, and the only one who got attacked and seriously injured was me. I don't want to go through that, but yeah.
You were attacked by your own dogs?
No, by someone.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
okay.
okay.
We'll leave that out of the vlog.
That will leave it out. But
anyway,
that's just to bring this in a context of reality, what we are dealing with. I mean, it's not nice all this what happened with Leo in the past, but considering other problems, it's minor, and now it's this big hype. And just imagine the case with the Swedish now, happened on 28th. On 29th, it was in the media. So this tells me it goes so fast.
Are you surprised by that? We live in a digital age with social media, the internet, as you pointed out to me when we met last. So, you seem surprised.
I expect, the people have some brains, and say, okay, what could happen when this goes out in the media now? The group, the people here in the community, they know about that. So why put it in the media? Why spread it out and have other people get to know about it and make their mind and say, Bangsapan here at this beach is not as good and safe place anymore. So that surprises me.
May I just try to answer that question? Why put it in the media?
Yeah.
As my attorney pointed out to you last month, this is a public beach.
Yes.
So when you have a public area, and then there's dogs, quite a few of them, that can be scary or intimidating to others. These days, as you know, with social media, people will post about anything. So if there's a situation where there's a scary dogs on the beach or biting them or forcing them into the water, whatever, that's going to happen, Matthias. So this is the digital social media age, so we cannot avoid that, right?
Yes.
If you stuck around this long, that concludes part 1. Matthias liked to explain his side of the story. I didn't think that the interview was going to take that long, but because it did, we're going to have part 2 and part 3 coming up. Thank you for sitting through part 1. Please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment. It'd be very interesting to hear what the viewers and the community have to say about this interview. So make sure to stick around for part 2 coming up, hopefully in the next couple of days. Thank you.